Am I the asshole for being embarrassed of my girlfriend's cosplay? My GF had a double mastectomy 5 years ago. She had breast cancer, and thankfully made a full recovery. Unlike a lot of women, she didn't have any reconstructive surgery. This was before I met her. I'm a big anime nerd, and last weekend I invited her to a small anime con with me. She's seen a few episodes of my favorite shows, but she's not into anime. She does like cosplay, though, and she works seasonally as an SFX artist at a haunted house near us. So when I asked her to go to the con with me, she asked if she could cosplay, and I said sure. She got very excited and said I was going to love her costume, so I'll admit I thought she was going to do something sexy for me. Well, not exactly. The day of the convention comes, and she showed up at my house cosplaying Darby from MHA, specifically a look he has later in the manga. It's a long white coat over white pants, no shirt. Her entire chest was exposed and she'd obviously spent hours applying burn makeup. She has short hair that she dyes constantly. This time she bleached it white and dyed a few red streaks. I wasn't expecting her to show up without a shirt. Her burn scar makeup only covered half her chest, so you could clearly see her mastectomy scar. It wasn't a very attractive costume, especially since she'd gone all out with the scars and made them look raised and kind of realistic. We went to the con, and while a lot of people came up to take photos with her, I noticed several others looking at her chest. That evening, she said I'd been quiet all day, and I honestly told her I was a little embarrassed that she was flaunting her mastectomy scar like that. She got mad and said she was making the best of her situation and said I was being insensitive, and she's been distant ever since. I'm starting to feel guilty. Am I the asshole? You're the asshole. You wanted a sexy cosplay girl and you didn't get it, so now you're all upset. You're embarrassed of her scars that saved her life. She deserves better. You're the asshole, and she should find someone who actually likes her. Thankfully, it seems like she's figured that out. This is why women have such a hard time being cosplayers. Guys are always assuming they're doing it to be sexy for them. Your girlfriend did something scary and brave for herself. Your reaction is disgusting. You're the asshole. You're the asshole, and a massive one. Scars are part of our lives, and has shown she fought and survived. There is nothing embarrassing in integrating scars or other body marks into cosplay. She's SFX artist and obviously skilled in this topic. That you expected something sexy and were disappointed and embarrassed is a complete you problem. And in case nobody told you before, cosplays aren't automatically meant to be attractive. And instead of standing up for your GF when people staring at her, you chose to tell her that you were embarrassed after the whole thing. You're the asshole. Jesus, she went through cancer and a double mastectomy and you're crying about being embarrassed. Please break up with her so she can find someone that's not an asshole. You're the asshole. She doesn't exist to be sexy for you. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're the asshole. You can't control what she wears. You shouldn't be embarrassed by her showing her scars. In fact, you should be proud of her. It's not your body, it's hers. Edit. I find the sentence about you hoping for something more sexy absolutely appalling. You're upset about the scars showing, but wanted something sexy so everyone can see. Seems like you're sexualizing her way too much. You're the asshole. It's her body. She isn't ashamed of it or her scars. She told you that you'd love her costume, and you immediately assumed she was going to dress sexy for you. You played yourself with your expectations. If you're ashamed of her body, don't be with her. She'll find someone who loves every part of her, scar and all. It's what she deserves. Oh, how dare your GF not have a pretty little cosplay outfit. Obviously she has not gotten the message that her only worth is if she caters to the male gaze. Yay. You're the asshole. This belongs on my decks. You're the asshole. This is one of those situations where you just have to deal with your discomfort because it isn't about you. Obviously you're the asshole. If it was a male friend who happened to have a scar and wore the same thing, I doubt you'd have any sort of feelings about that. It's her scar, why would it embarrass you? Don't date her if you can't handle the way her body is. You're the asshole. This woman is so brave. She deserves much better than you. You're the asshole. You are upset that she's not insecure about a scar she got from surgery from cancer. Like there's no words for how much of an you are. You were happy when you assumed she would do a sexy cosplay. When instead, she chose a cosplay that reflected her life, you were embarrassed. Either accept her, scars and all, or break up with her so she can find somebody who does accept her. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. It's her body, it survived through a lot, and the scars that show that are something to be proud of, not ashamed of. Shame on you for being so insecure to find someone else's scars embarrassing. You're the asshole. You should be happy that she's confident in her body to go in this cosplay to an event. Why are you embarrassed? You didn't want other people to see that you date someone with scars. You want her to hide them forever. You're the asshole. Might be the largest I see all day. Absolutely, you're the asshole. That's you. The gall. You have to think your comfort should be centered first, when she's an actual cancer survivor, unamused face with rolling eyes. You're the asshole. Kudos to her to being too comfortable with herself after such a traumatic experience and surgery. You're the asshole. You're not embarrassed of the cosplay, you're embarrassed of her scars. Why should she be ashamed of her scars to make you feel better? Beating cancer is no small feat. You're the asshole. You are a horrible, selfish, misogynistic person. She can cosplay anyone she wants. My cosplay would be Yo Osakura because I love this character. I am very busty woman in mid-30s, by the way. She had her reasons to choose that one. You should edit your rant to I was disappointed that she didn't doll up to satisfy my fetish. Flaunting her scar FFS. You're the asshole. FFS dude. Buy a body pillow instead of having a girlfriend. You clearly can't handle the idea that someone might be a human person instead of just an object to sexually appeal to you. You're the asshole. You weren't embarrassed by the costume cosplay, you were embarrassed by the scars. You should be proud of her, proud of them being a symbol of her still being here, and proud that she feels confident enough to have them on display. Other people looking is their problem, and you making her feeling any ounce of shame makes you a massive asshole. If the convention center didn't have a problem with her not wearing a shirt, if she didn't have a problem with her not wearing a shirt, this is a cancer survivor who opted to cut off a major part of her anatomy, maybe a part of her that she was proud of and hurt to have lost. You're the asshole, obviously. Look, there aren't many advantages in having double mastectomy. One of the only few is the ability to pull off an amazing cosplay. Don't take that from her. As a woman who has had a unilateral mastectomy without reconstruction, I can confirm that you're the asshole. How dare you? Your girlfriend looked so amazing that other people had their photo take with her. I really hope she dumps you. My GF did a really cool Derby cosplay, but I'm mad because it wasn't a sexy waifu. Grow up. You're the asshole. She worked hard on that cosplay, and because you couldn't get off, you have an issue. It probably took an insane amount of courage for her to have her cancer scars visible. JFC. You're the asshole, and you should have cosplayed as a clown, because you have said quite a few clownish things in this post. You're 25 op. Too fucking grown to have this sort of mindset. Grow and change as a